Getting enough quality of sleep is one of the most important things that you can do to improve your health, physical and athletic performance, your ability to lose fat and build muscle. You can train very hard, you can eat good quality of food, but if you're not getting enough quality of sleep, it's going to be difficult for you to accomplish your fitness goals, such as getting stronger, building muscle, or losing fat. So in this video, I want to discuss top 5 common mistakes that people do when it comes down to sleep. Those mistakes are mistakes that I observe working with hundreds of clients and also from my own experience. So let's get started. Mistake number 1, and that can be an obvious one, but it's not getting enough sleep. Maybe at night you're watching Netflix until you are late, you're scrolling on your phone, scrolling on social media, or you're going out and you're not getting enough sleep. And if you're getting consistently less than 6 hours, that can impact your ability to lose fat. It's going to impact your recovery, your ability to build muscle. It's going to impact your hormones such as testosterone, estrogen, insulin, cortisol level, and you're gonna feel tired physically and cognitively next day, which that is gonna impact your physical performance on the gym, your motivation, your willpower, where you might be skipping your workouts, you're gonna be dragging going to the gym, and you also, that's gonna impact how you're eating. You might be eating more processed, highly palatable foods because you have a less willpower, because you're just tired. You need non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or the amount of calories that you're burning from non-exercise. It's gonna be also impacted because you're gonna be moving less from not getting enough sleep. So that's going to be very important, and how you can fix that is, first of all, prioritizing sleep and setting up alarm to go to bed. We have alarms to wake up in the morning to go to work or go to school, but I think it's also valuable to have an alarm to go to bed. So that's going to be very important. We want to make sure that we're getting enough sleep. Mistake number 2 is not getting enough quality of sleep. You might be getting enough quantity of hours of sleep, but the quality of sleep is maybe not very good due to poor sleep environment or poor sleep hygiene. So for example, if your room is very bright or noisy, or it's too hot, or your mattress is uncomfortable, or maybe you have poor sleep hygiene. For example, you're scrolling on the phone and on social media and you're exposing your eyes to the blue light too much, or you're watching stressful news on your computer or on TV, or you're checking work emails and you're going to bed stressed out instead of being relaxed. That can also impact the quality of your sleep. And what you want to do is, we want to make sure that we have a good sleep hygiene and good sleep environment. So personally, what I learned, what is optimize your sleep quality and your sleep environment, is having your room a little bit cooler, around 67 degrees Celsius. I think that's going to help you with the quality of sleep. A cooler room environment improves the sleep quality, making sure that means room is dark, turn off all the electronics and blue light. It should be dark enough where you cannot see your hand a feet or 1 foot or 2 feet away from your face. And you want to have comfortable mattress, and you want to go to bed, relax and unwind. So cut down on checking your emails from work, scrolling on social media, watching, stressful news. You want to go to bed, relax, and that's going to impact the quality of your sleep, which is also very important. Mistake number 3 is inconsistent sleep schedule. Our body has internal clock called circadian rhythm. And if you're going to bed at different times, let's say at Monday you're going at 9 p.m. to bed, or on Wednesday you're going at 2 a.m. to bed, and your sleep is all over the place. You're going to bed at different times, you're waking up at different times. That also can impact your sleep quality and quantity. It's going to impact your mood, your motivation, your energy, your physical and cognitive performance on the next day. So sleep consistency is very important. So scheduling when you're going to bed, when you're waking up, is going to be very important. And that's obviously doesn't have to be perfect. Not every day you're gonna go exactly at the same time and waking up at the same time, but you want to be in the ballpark, you want to be in the range around maybe an hour, maximum 2, I guess. But you want to be ideally consistent with what time you go to bed and what time you're waking up. So setting up alarm to go to bed and wake up at the same time, having those routines is going to impact the quality of your sleep, which obviously is going to transfer how you feel, your energy, your mood. So sleep consistency is very important as well. Mistake number 4 is not having an evening routine. Oftentimes we're talking about optimizing our morning routine, right? Where, waking up in the morning, we have breakfast or journaling, to-do list, but I think it's also very important to have evening routine because that's gonna set up the tone for the next day. And the evening routine can consist of maybe taking a hot shower, journaling, stretching, reading a book, something that's gonna allow you to unwind and relax before you go to bed. Something that's gonna push you to the parasympathetic system, where you're lowering your cortisol level, your stress hormone, and you relax and you're unwinding. So having a sleep routine or evening routine is going to be very beneficial. For me personally, I like to take a hot shower because when I get out from the hot shower, my core temperature drops by a few Celsius degrees and I feel cooler, which helps me to fall asleep and improve the quality of my sleep. I like to journal or reading a book. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm perfect and I'm not watching TV sometimes or scrolling on my phone. I do that, but at least 30 minutes to 1 hour before I go to bed, I try to unwind and relax. And having an evening routine, I do believe that's going to be very beneficial. And mistake number 5 is high caffeine consumption, especially close to going to bed. Also alcohol consumption and marijuana consumption. Caffeine can stay in your system for up to 8 hours. And even you can fall asleep by drinking caffeine, but it's going to impact the quality of your sleep. Same thing with the alcohol or marijuana. Those things can help you to fall asleep, but they're going to impact the quality of your sleep. So minimizing that or eliminating that before you go to bed is going to be beneficial. A few things that can also help you with the quality of sleep that I found is eating good quality carbohydrates. Carbohydrates supposed to lower your cortisol level right before you go to bed, which obviously we want to keep the cortisol level low at night and higher in the morning. Cortisol level is not necessarily bad. In the morning, it's good to have a higher cortisol level because that's going to give you that alertness and you drive to do the things that you have to do. At night, you want to lower the cortisol level, and carbohydrates shows to do that. Obviously, you want to eat good quality complex carbohydrates, not ice cream, pizzas, and highly processed, refined sugars. But good quality carbohydrates can be beneficial. You don't have to do it. I found it for me personally that it can help. And yes, you can eat right before you go to bed. You don't have to, but you also can. It's not gonna make you to gain weight. At the end of the day, it comes down to the total daily calorie intake. But obviously, it's gonna be important what you're eating before you go to bed. If you're eating foods that makes you feel too bloated or impact your digestion, or maybe you're drinking too much water before you go to bed when you have to wake up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom, that can also disturb your sleep. So you have to be kind of conscious about that. But definitely caffeine intake, marijuana, alcohol, and certain food sources, the amount of fluids that you're drinking at night can impact your sleep. So you want to be conscious and aware of that. I hope that was helpful. Thank you for watching the video. Let me know what are other things that you feel impact negatively your sleep, or what are other things that we can do to improve our sleep. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.